So, welcome to Baku. Baku is the host this year, the city in Azerbaijan of COP29, the next iteration of the world's efforts to deal with climate change. We are broadcasting live from our studio here in the diplomatic zone of COP29 and right on the edge of the Caspian Sea, actually, which is very beautiful indeed. We're going to cover a wide range of topics from Baku during these broadcasts, and we're going to have a lot of amazing guests over the days we have this week and next week. And of course, we're going to try and follow the negotiations as well, which are a stone's throw from us here in the media centre. In our broadcast, we'll have a very special and daily focus on the issue of methane gas. We think this could be a real game changer for our struggle to keep the planet safe from climate change and its people. Ingmar Rentzhog, you're the founder and the CEO of We Don't Have Time, and you have become passionate about this topic. What is it, and what's this new campaign that we're launching today, which you have kind of soft launched a little bit in the last few days?
Yes, so Buy More Time, that the campaign's name is that we have the solutions. Many solutions are scaling. We are on track on decarbonizing the society. That's no question about. But it's happening not fast enough. And we now have only 5 years left to halve the mission, and we have just flattened it out. Mm-hmm. So instead of 10 years, it's 5 years.
It was 10 years in Glasgow, wasn't
exactly.
it? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So time is running out. And the political system right now, with climate denialists in the White House, etc., is making everything, if not impossible, extremely hard. So in order to make it on time, we need to focus on every climate action we can do today that will have that will give the best effect on the shortest time frame. Mm-hmm. We also need to work on the long time frame, of course. So it's not either or, it's that we need to do more here and now. And Buy More Time is all about focusing on the short-lived climate gases, like methane and other gases. The difference between the short-lived climate gases and the long-lived, like carbon dioxide, is that the short-lived are only in the atmosphere for a short time period. That means that if we stop emitting the short-lived climate gases, the global warming will actually start to go down. So we will get more time to do everything else.
Okay.
So that's what Buy More Time is all about.
Okay. Interesting, because I mean, sometimes when you say to people, buy more time, they think, oh, that's fine, we don't have to do anything. I can put my feet up, I can watch the football, get a few drinks out, do nothing. But it's not that at all, isn't it?
No,
it's about bringing everything into play right now to buy us some time.
It's very stupid to, if we are buying more time, we need to use that time to do what we do, to decarbonize. If we are just buying more time and continue with business as usual, that will not help at all.
Yeah. So you made a really interesting and actually entertaining, because we need to entertain people to get their attention in a sense, speech at the tech arena in Stockholm, where we were filming a few weeks ago with some amazing guests. I think it might be worth giving the audience a little look at that speech. And could we play Ingmar's speech on Buy More Time at the tech arena in Stockholm, please?
This is the climate crisis today. We're kind of leaning backwards. And the more emission we put up there, the more we're leaning it. But we can still do this, right? The problem, if we pass 1.5 degree, and we're very near, we're kind of there, but if we stay there and we just keep going up, there is a big risk of hitting a tipping point. And when we hit a tipping point, this share will be very hard to put back up. So this is what we must avoid for the climate. And we have a cure for this. The only thing we need in order to make it is more time. We need to buy more time. And now we feel the resistance from the politicians. But when we're up here, they will not resist the green transition, because the green transition are the majority. So The policy will change when the technology changes, but we need more time. So how can we get more time? The problem with carbon dioxide, when we emit it, it will go up. And it will stay up there for up to 1,000 years. Maybe we can kind of try to remove it, but it looks kind of hard to do it, very expensive. Methane is another greenhouse gas. It's a very common greenhouse gas. It's the second biggest contributor to global warming. And there's a big difference between methane and carbon dioxide. When we release this, it comes down again. On average, 12 years. It's a big difference between 1,000 years, 12 years. So the solution here is that we need to stop emit methane. And if we do that, we can actually reverse global warming with up to 0.5 degrees. That is the time we need to do everything else, because we still need to stop the carbon dioxide. So this is great news. And where does this methane come from? This is one of the sources. Bananas. Waste, food waste. 20% of methane emission comes from waste. But guess what? When I arrived here this morning, I took the bus, and the bus in Sweden, in Stockholm, are powered with bioenergy. We don't emit hardly any methane from waste. So other countries can do the same. 45% from methane comes from the fossil fuel industry. And this is a lot of emission that is really easy to fix. It's just fix the pipe. Cows are burping 4 times every 5 minutes. Agriculture adds up to 40% of the methane emissions. Many companies working on this, where you have a food additive, and you give that to the cows, and they burp up to 80% less. So what do we need? We need to look at the fridge. All the fridges we had when I was a kid were powered by a dangerous gas. And when that was released up in the air, it was destroying the ozone layer. If we hadn't fixed it, we will not be able to walk outside today and show naked skin. But we're not doing that, because the industry, the manufacturers of the fridges, the chemical companies, and bold world leaders met in Montreal, where they decided to ban freons, phase it out, put the funding behind it, and today we have perfectly fresh food and we don't use freon anymore. Isn't it great? It saved humanity once, so we can do it twice. And there is one more thing. This year, in Mars, there was a new satellite launched that is called the Methane satellite. And it will measure open data where we have emission from methane, leakage, and we will know exactly where we need to fix the problem. We don't have that for any other climate gases, but we have it for methane. So a legal system, some funding, and the data is everything we need. And this is what Buy More Time is all about. We can do this.